Why does dust appear repeatedly in the Bible? Creation from dust. Returning to dust. Coincidence? Or something deeper? Because this isn't just a small detail. It appears at the beginning. And again at the end. In the book of Genesis, humanity was formed from dust. And later, there's a reminder to dust. We return. Now pause for a moment. Why dust? Why not gold? Why not something rare? Something impressive? Something valuable? Why something so ordinary? Because dust is easy to overlook. It's everywhere, common, unnoticed, something people don't think about. And yet, that's what was used. Think about that. Because in Scripture, dust wasn't meaningless. It carried something deeper. It represented humility. A reminder of where we come from. It represented mortality. A reminder that life is temporary. And it represented dependence. A reminder that we are not self-made. Because no matter how strong, no matter how successful, no matter how elevated someone becomes, the origin is the same. Dust. And the destination is the same. Dust. That changes perspective. Because people spend their lives chasing status, power, recognition, trying to become something greater. But dust quietly reminds us. Everything temporary eventually fades. Positions change. Wealth shifts. Recognition disappears. But the deeper truth remains. Life is fragile. And time is limited. And maybe that's not meant to create fear. Maybe it's meant to create awareness. Because when you understand something is temporary, you begin to see it differently. You value it differently. You stop wasting time on what doesn't matter. And you start paying attention to what does. But here's what most people miss. Something incredibly simple was used to create something incredibly valuable. Dust became life. That changes everything. Because it means value is not determined by appearance. Something can look ordinary and still carry extraordinary potential. Something can seem small and still matter deeply. And maybe that's where this becomes personal. Because today, many people feel overlooked, unnoticed, unimportant. Like they don't stand out. Like they don't matter. But dust tells a different story. Because if something so simple could be used to create something so meaningful, then maybe ordinary doesn't mean insignificant. Maybe it means untapped. Maybe it means unseen value. Maybe it means potential that hasn't been recognized yet. Now think about your own life. The things you overlook. The parts of yourself you dismiss. The moments you consider small. What if they're not meaningless? What if they're the foundation of something greater? Because not everything powerful looks impressive at the beginning, and not everything valuable appears important at first glance. Sometimes the most meaningful things look ordinary, just like dust. So the real question is not, why dust? The real question is, what simple things are we overlooking today? And if the answer feels uncomfortable, Maybe that's where the real awareness begins. If this made you think differently, subscribe to Grace Unseen for more hidden biblical truths.